I'm Chief Meteorologist Marcus Bailey. Thanks for checking out this weather webcast on our Thursday afternoon where it's dry but very warm and humid and clouds rolling in. As we record this at around 2:45 in the afternoon, a look at our Cook's Auto Body cam and some gloomy conditions. Check out the trees too. A little bit windy, those winds coming out of the south. And all of this is going to help fuel the fire for maybe some active weather later on this evening. But I think through the evening drive, we're dry, cloudy in Galesburg right now. Same thing in Pontiac on our Lynn Chevrolet Buick cam. And from East Peoria, looking downtown, a little bit of blue out there. Boy, it is a warm one across the region as well. Let's jump over to X-Vision first. A live look this afternoon, and not much really to show. All of the activity is well to our north. There's some strong storms. I can slide up here. Yep, up towards Milwaukee and Madison. We're going over Lake Michigan right now, seeing a decent amount of showers and storms. There's been a few thunderstorm warnings. There's actually a severe thunderstorm watch box for northern portions of Illinois. It does not include our area right now, but we could have our fair share of strong storms later on this evening. Clouds are a result of the storms that were in northern portions of Missouri earlier on in the morning. So we have what's called debris clouds, essentially. It's the residuals of these storms that developed and now have fizzled out across the region. A lot of warm air aloft, so start to shredding those storms as they get a little bit closer to Illinois. We have a cold front that will be working through later on this afternoon. Not completely through the area. It's going to take a couple days, and because of that cold front, we are going to be seeing those thunderstorms developing, it looks like, probably into the late night hours. Boy, it is toasty out there. 81 in Peoria, 81 Bloomington, 84 in Galesburg. Those are very summer-like. And keep in mind, our average high for this time of year should only be around 69, so we're running well above the norm. Midwestern temperatures, again, area-wide, still very, very warm. 84 in Indy, 85 in Chicago, and 84 in St. Louis. Here's your watch and warning map. Actually about 3 severe thunderstorm watch boxes. One for northern Illinois that expires at 7 o'clock this evening, and then 2 more in central Michigan. And also a few severe thunderstorm warnings right now, northern Tennessee and southwestern portions of Virginia. And that's really about it across the region. Again, we're going to be expecting rain chances for the next several days. So our rain potential, putting us anywhere between a quarter to a half an inch of rain, it looks like, across the region. Maybe some heavier amounts over by the Quincy area. And again, if you get a few thunderstorms here and there during the overnight tonight and again tomorrow, you could be getting a little bit more than that. Can't rule out maybe up to around an inch of rainfall. Slight risk for severe weather this evening. Main threat will be large hail and damaging winds. Not a lot of spin in the atmosphere, so we won't be looking at a very high threat for tornadoes, although obviously cannot rule those out. Same thing for tomorrow. Again, large hail, damaging winds going to be the primary threat, and this looks to be more of a midday event as we head into our Friday. So let's time everything out here with Futurecast, and we'll start you off as close to we're recording this around 3 o'clock. Futurecast wants to advertise maybe a little bit of outflow from the storms that were out to the west. There's just not a lot going on. I mean, we may see a flare-up here or there, and anything that would flare up early on in the evening should stay below severe limits. Our better chance for severe storms will probably start around 10 o'clock in our western counties. And then as we progress into the evening and overnight hours especially, we'll see a few of those thunderstorms popping. Not everyone will see strong storms. It will be very sporadic. And not everyone will see rain as well. 7 a.m., maybe along the I-55 corridor, you have some lingering showers to mess around with for that morning drive. As we get into the afternoon with some daytime heating, around noon and afterwards, maybe a few more thunderstorms popping. And again, some of those could be on the stronger side. That will last until probably the evening drive. We may settle things down a little bit as we head into our late Friday evening if you're going to be out and about for Friday evening festivities to get yourself geared up for the weekend. Here is our storm rotation model. And again, not real impressive, but enough there to warrant the possibility for a few strong storms. And again, that's where it's going to be your hail makers and maybe some damaging wind. If we're going to see maybe tornado threat, we'd see more yellows and especially reds in this. Green is just a lower threat of storm rotation. But anytime you see any color on that, it is significant. So that's why we are a little concerned with some of the storms that develop later on this evening. Same thing will go for tomorrow as well, as that boundary will just hang just to our north. So a few thunderstorms by the afternoon and early evening. Again, some of those on the stronger side. Long-range models, again, staying very warm, at least for the start of the weekend. Jet stream well to the north. What we will see, though, is an upper-level low that starts to strengthen into northeastern Canada. And we're going to see a trough build as a result of that. And by early next week, well, probably midweek next week, we'll see temperatures take a hit. We're into the 80s through Sunday, mid-70s on Monday, and only returning into the upper 60s, maybe even mid-60s by Tuesday and Wednesday, which is a little bit closer to where we should be for this time of year. But it looks like we may be back on the up and up by the end of the week and heading into next weekend. That'll do it for this weather webcast on this Thursday afternoon. We'll have updates, especially when severe weather strikes across the region, on our blog, also on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. And if you're local to us, we invite you to join us on WMBD 31 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10. I'm Chief Meteorologist Marcus Bailey. Have a great Thursday evening.